What would happen if wealth was evenly distributed? Well, I have a heck of a lot to say about it, so get a pen and paper. And I want you to take some notes. I'm going to give you some statistics. Specifically, though, I'm going to talk about three things. I'm going to talk about the concepts and the challenge of having equal distribution. I'm going to talk about number two, the economic and the societal consequences that would occur if that happened. And number three, it's just against human nature. So we'll talk about some of these statistics. Number one, let's just go straight to it. The statistical study was actually done on study.com. The world GDP of 2021 is estimated at about $93.86 trillion. The world population in 2022 was estimated about 7.9 billion people. So if you equally divided it, each person would get about $11,880. Fascinating. So what would happen? The people that actually want to problem solve, be an entrepreneur and actually contribute and be out in the world and seek and have a good work ethic, they're just going to go make more money, and the rest will just spend their $11,880 probably in about a day, for sure in a month. If they can actually make it last a few months, that would be shocking. So this is kind of a work ethic challenge, but it's also just, it doesn't work to equally distribute. So just think about it. If wealth was evenly distributed, I mean, it would only last for a very, very short moment because of people's choices, their temperament, their work ethic, their values, whatever drives them. For me, I love solving problems. So I would just find more problems to solve, and redistributing hardworking people's money to a bunch of people who have the skills that don't get up and actually participate in this thing called the world we all live in, and a lot of problems to solve. It's just not going to work. So they're going to spend their money because that's what they do. We're going to go make it, which is why we have more. So some of you think, oh, this is really, a controversial issue, and I'd love to see, you can go to askloral.com at any point and ask a question, make a request, or just, rant about it a little bit. I'd love to hear your opinions, how you think it would work. So number two, the economic and the societal consequences are enormous. I mean, the economy would probably collapse. It would just ramp up inflation if you think inflation and interest rates are already high, because again, the people who want to solve problems and actually contribute as entrepreneurs, and I have a lot more videos coming on just statistics around entrepreneurs and entrepreneurs being in today's world and our need for them, and especially since COVID, how many started. So a few things I'm actually going to read. So I want you to realize the immediate equal distribution would make people poor, stripping them of assets, of their homes and their savings, their hard-earned savings, to then give to people who actually never built it. It's sort of like giving trust fund money to a kid who doesn't have any values, ethics, or the trust doesn't have any rules on what the trust is actually to do. Like most trusts that are actually live beyond the 2.3 generational years that are out there, those are families that actually create values. They set goals for their families. They actually treat them like a bank. So you actually write business loans to borrow from the trust. You have to pay them back, and it collects interest. So it's run like a bank. Those sustain for generations and generations. Very similar. Those who create a lot of wealth are actually solving a lot more problems, or actually giving more to charity as well. Other societal and economic consequences. So another one is just recognizing the surge of purchasing power for people who've never had money. And again, if it's only $11,000, $12,000, they're going to spend it right away. The supply chain is going to break. The economy is going to break, and inflation is going to, again, like I said, skyrocket. So before I go to number three, and I really do want to hear your opinion of this, if you go to my other social channels or just comment here below, I'd love to know what you think about this. And if you think it's a good idea, how might you think that would work? Be curious to know, and we'll go back and forth on our social channels. Before I go to number three, I want you to subscribe to my channel, click that notification button. I want you here 5 days a week. We're here for your business and financial literacy for you and your family. We have a lot of playlists in different categories, so whatever topic that you're interested in or your children are interested in, go to the search bar and just look for some playlists and the topics that are interesting to you. So number three is just the human nature and the utopian dream. Like, it's just not human nature to have it equally distributed. There are people who are going to get up, be entrepreneurs, and solve problems. Their psychology is completely different about contributing versus taking. And you look at communist societies, how's that really working, right? There's a very, very small group of people who get extremely wealthy and the rest suffer. And most of them try to exit those kind of countries. So does socialism work? Does communist work? Or does just the capitalist American dream work? We know the answer to that. You know my answer to that. I'd love to hear your answer to that. So if you have any questions, go to askloral.com, ask a question, make a request, and we'll be back tomorrow.